Breaking news for every Jungkook fan watching right now. Every time Jimin's name starts trending, the same rumor comes back like clockwork. Haters flood the comments saying Jimin has a secret partner. And without hesitation, they add one more claim, that the partner must be a woman. They repeat it so often that some people start believing it just because it sounds familiar. But when you slow down and actually look at what is being said, something interesting happens. One part of that rumor feels possible, even reasonable. The other part feels forced, rushed, and disconnected from what fans have been seeing for years. Let's start with the part many fans quietly agree with. Jimin having a secret partner is not a shocking idea. He is private by nature. He doesn't share everything. He guards his personal life carefully, especially in an industry where every move is watched. Jimin is someone who chooses what to show and what to protect. So the idea that there is someone special in his life doesn't sound impossible at all. In fact, it sounds very much like him. But the moment haters insist that this secret partner is a woman, the story starts to fall apart. There is never a name, there is never a clear timeline, there is never consistent evidence. It is always based on assumption, not observation. And fans, especially Jungkook fans, are not convinced by assumptions anymore. They pay attention. They notice patterns. They watch interactions closely, not once, not twice, but over many years. When fans look at Jimin's real-life behavior, one name keeps appearing naturally without being forced into the narrative: Jungkook. Not as a rumor, not as a random guess, but as a constant presence. Fans don't need to invent moments. They simply point to what already exists. The comfort between them, the familiarity, the ease that doesn't fade with time. Jimin behaves differently around Jungkook, and that difference is subtle but consistent. It's in the way his expressions soften. It's in how he leans in without thinking. It's in how he seems calmer, more himself. These are not things fans imagine once and exaggerate. These are things they notice again and again. Haters often dismiss this by saying they are just close friends or longtime bandmates. But fans ask a simple question in return. If that's all it is, why does it feel so different from his interactions with others? Jimin is affectionate, yes, but not in the same way, not with the same depth, not with the same quiet intensity. Another detail fans can't ignore is trust. Jimin trusts Jungkook in ways that go beyond words. He lets his guard down around him. He allows himself to be vulnerable without turning it into a performance. In an environment full of cameras, that kind of vulnerability is rare, and it's usually reserved for someone who feels like home. The rumor of a secret girlfriend outside the group suggests distance, separation, and careful avoidance. But what fans actually see is closeness, presence, and consistency. Jimin doesn't pull away. He doesn't create space. If anything, the bond between him and Jungkook seems to grow stronger with time, not weaker. Fans also notice how Jungkook responds to Jimin. The attention is mutual. Jungkook watches Jimin closely, reacts quickly to his emotions, and mirrors his energy without even realizing it. This kind of synchronization doesn't come from obligation. It comes from deep emotional familiarity. When haters push back against this idea, their reaction often becomes emotional rather than logical. They insist it's impossible. They mock fans. They label them delusional. But fans notice something telling in that reaction. The idea of Jimin with a woman doesn't upset anyone. The idea of Jimin with Jungkook does. And that contrast speaks louder than words. Fans are not claiming access to private truths. They're not saying they know everything behind the scenes. What they are saying is that the story haters tell doesn't match the reality fans observe. A mysterious woman with no trace doesn't explain Jimin's behavior. A deeply rooted connection with Jungkook does. Jimin often speaks about love in indirect ways. He talks about safety, comfort, and understanding rather than romance itself. When fans listen to those words, they don't hear someone searching for connection. They hear someone who already has it and is quietly protecting it. There is also the question of who could truly understand Jimin's world, his schedule, his pressure, his fears, his responsibilities. A partner outside that world would always be looking in from the outside. Jungkook, however, lives inside the same reality. He doesn't need explanations. He already knows. Fans point out how Jimin instinctively checks on Jungkook, not for the cameras, not for fan service, but in moments that feel unplanned and natural. These moments don't disappear over time, they accumulate, forming a pattern that becomes harder to ignore the longer you watch. The idea that this is all coincidence becomes weaker with every passing year. Coincidences fade. This doesn't. The connection stays steady even as everything else changes, even as their careers evolve, even as they grow older. Haters often say fans are reading too much into things, but fans respond that they are simply reading what is already there. They are not creating a story out of nothing. They are choosing the story that best explains what they see with their own eyes. Another point fans bring up is how Jimin reacts when Jungkook isn't around. There is a noticeable shift. He seems less grounded, less playful, more reserved. It's subtle, but it's there. And fans notice because they are used to watching closely. This doesn't mean Jimin doesn't care about others. It doesn't mean he isn't close to his members. It simply means there is one bond that stands out, not because fans want it to, but because it naturally does. The rumor of a secret girlfriend is easy. It's familiar. It fits into a traditional narrative people are comfortable with. But comfort doesn't make something true. Sometimes the simplest explanation isn't the loudest one. Sometimes it's the one people avoid because it challenges their expectations. As long as Jimin and Jungkook continue to move the way they do, share the energy they do, and protect each other the way they do, this conversation won't disappear. Fans will keep watching, not because they want drama, but because the story unfolding in front of them feels unfinished, like there is still something being quietly guarded, something still waiting to be fully understood. And this is where everything comes together. After years of rumors, assumptions, and loud claims from haters, fans are left with one clear realization. The idea that Jimin has a secret partner is not the shocking part of the story. The shocking part is how desperately some people try to define that partner without looking at what has been right in front of them all along. When fans say they agree that Jimin has a secret partner, they are not denying reality. They are acknowledging Jimin's personality. He is careful. He is protective. He is someone who values privacy more than public validation. But when fans reject the idea that this partner is a woman, they are doing so based on years of observation, not denial. The connection between Jimin and Jungkook has survived time, pressure, fame, and constant scrutiny. It hasn't faded, it hasn't cooled down, it hasn't turned distant. Instead, it has remained steady, quiet, and deeply rooted. That kind of bond doesn't need announcements or confirmations to feel real to the people who are paying attention. Haters may continue to repeat the same narrative, hoping it will eventually stick, but fans see something different. They see a relationship that doesn't fit into the box haters want to use. They see comfort instead of performance, trust instead of distance, and consistency instead of coincidence. At the end of the day, fans are not asking anyone to believe blindly. They are simply saying this: look at the patterns, not the assumptions. Look at the actions, not the rumors. Look at who Jimin chooses to stand beside again and again, even when no one is asking him to. And now, it's your turn. If you're a Jungkook fan who's been watching these moments for years, share your thoughts in the comments. Do you see the same patterns? Do you feel the same consistency? Let your voice be part of the conversation. If this perspective resonates with you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Jungkook-focused stories that look deeper than surface-level rumors. And make sure to turn on notifications because this story, just like their bond, is far from over.